it's really going to matter what his teammates think. And before he talked to the media, he talked to his teammates in a players-only meeting. It lasted about 15, 20 minutes inside the clubhouse, in which Fernando did most of the talking, and then some players did get up and speak at the end. Now, as you might imagine, much of these meetings are kept under wraps. The details are kept private inside the clubhouse walls. But I did learn from players afterward that they feel like he was very remorseful, very authentic and genuine. And this is a big first step in repairing the trust that they had with Fernando. They needed to hear from him. That was the most important thing. Welcome back to Oracle Park as Bob Melvin returns to manage the Padres. This is his first game back since having prostate surgery about a week ago. And this was always the plan, that as long as he was feeling well and recovering, he would join the team in San Francisco. And thankfully, that is the case. And the Padres have made it work pretty well in his absence, going 4-2 on this road trip, thanks to Ryan Christensen taking over as acting manager. But there's nothing like having your guy back. Jay Cronenworth said today, we've got our leader back. And that was Padres outfield coach Skip Schumacher on the right field wall here at SunTrust Park. I'm standing above it right now. It's 16 feet tall, 10 feet of that is cushion, 6 feet of that is brick. And you can see along right field those chain link insets. That's actually a restaurant down there. But as Skip said, the ball plays differently depending on what part of the wall it hits. And that was by design. They wanted that element when they built the ballpark.
We understand that Annie Heilbrunn had the chance to meet the Fanatic. How was that, Annie?
Donnie, you know, when you get the opportunity to meet your heroes, you do. Sean Manaea actually grew up 90 minutes from here in Wadera, Indiana. He used to come to Wrigley Field as a kid for field trips and to catch a few games. He actually saw Greg Maddux pitch here. You hit your first home run in a Padres uniform tonight against your former teammate, your former team that you were with just 3 weeks ago. Things haven't come easy lately. How much did you just need that one, and what did you feel running the bases?
Yeah, I felt like a gorilla got taken off my shoulders. That's what it felt like.
Your 4 extra base hits, a career high. You've always been great, Manny, but you seem like you're on a whole nother level right now. Well, Manny Machado has been progressing ever since spraining his ankle a little over a week ago in Colorado. At the time, it seemed severe. Even Manny said today he thought he'd be out quite a while, but he was able to walk on it the next day and has been ramping up activities ever since. I asked him, hey, what did you think when it first happened? He said, well, what did you think? I said, I thought you'd be out for a very long time. And he said, now think about that times 10. So there really was concern on his part that he had done a severe injury to it. Remember, he hasn't been on the injured list since 2014. It's kind of a badge of honor for him to play through injuries and not go on the list. And he said it meant a lot to him that Bob Melvin wanted to gamble that he'd be able to return for a few games versus putting him on the injured list. Now, one more update to give you, this time about Fernando Tatis Jr. He saw his doctor here in Phoenix today, and his doctor gave him the green light to do everything defensively, and he also told him that he believes he'll be hitting off of a tee at 100% in 2 weeks. So Fernando said that was the happiest he's ever left his doctor's office. Braves over to the Padres 1-0 here at Truist Park as Ha-Seong Kim comes to the plate. He's had a lot of almost home runs over the last few weeks, so it's nice to see him get one out of the park last night. But also he was able to navigate through that 5th inning. That was when Jurickson Profar and C.J. Abrams collided. There was a long delay there while team trainers and doctors were looking at Profar before he was carted off the field. And Joe stayed by Profar's side the whole time. Then he went back on the mound, got another out, finished the inning, and navigated through that Giants lineup 3 times without allowing a run. So it just goes to show his composure these days.
Love today is the interview that Annie had, and the outfit and the coordination was unbelievable. Annie, by the way, this is special, and I do not take this for granted at all.
I don't know about that look on my face, and I don't know about the look on Will's face there. I'm not sure he was ready to match quite as much as we did. But hey, City Connect Friday, right, guys? Yeah, on the mound for the Padres tonight is Sean Manaea, and across the way for the Mets is his former teammate, Chris Bassett. The two of them were teammates for 6 seasons in Oakland. The two of them acquired from the Washington Nationals yesterday in what was a blockbuster trade. They flew to San Diego last night, spent today meeting their teammates and learning the organization and getting ready to play in what looks to be a sellout crowd here at Petco Park. But I want to go back to what he was saying about Fernando Tatis Jr. The two of them indeed know each other. They grew up near one another in the Dominican. They played together in the Dominican from the time they were 15 and 16 years old. And so it is crazy for both of them to be on the same team now, and that's what they told me.